That's it. That's the pin.
That's holding on.
What's going on?
Look at JJ. What's JJ? JJ's pulling Rick.
They won't let it go.
Now Tully's in there.
There's Barry Windham. There's Barry. Why do you scream?
The ring is clear.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh. Vance is all right. You want somebody? Come on. Right now.
Barry wants him right now.
Championship Wrestling, bringing you great wrestling action, sanctioned by the NWA, National Wrestling Alliance.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to World Championship Wrestling. All the greatest wrestlers in the world are right here. Talking about the World Heavyweight Champion, Ric Flair. You just saw him and Barry Windham. Barry's here too. The Four Horsemen. You name them, they are here.
Barry Windham, now a supreme challenge has been issued that you saw to the World Heavyweight Champion, Nature Boy Ric Flair, on behalf of Barry Windham. Also here, Vladimir Petrov, the Russian assassin with Ivan Koloff, you know, directed towards Nikita Koloff. Yes. And also here, David, for the first time here, Lex Luger is here with us today.
That's right, and it is a privilege for us to introduce Lex Luger later in the program.
And we'll have him on a little bit later on. And coming up within the coming weeks, David, we understand Magnum TA is getting better and better each week.
That's right. I've been there to see him. Magnum's doing fantastic, and like you said, in the next several weeks, we're going to have an interview with Magnum.
And we look forward to that. Right now, let's bring in this man right here, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
Let me tell you something, Tony. I'm going to start off this evening's festivities with a couple statements. Ivan Koloff, you brought Petrov to this country when you came in on that big plane and you landed at Kennedy Airport. Petrov should have been proud to walk in this free country. You've been coming out here for weeks talking about Nikita Koloff and what you're going to do with him. Me and Magnum are responsible for Nikita Koloff. He chose freedom. And I'm laying it right on you, right here on these first 2 hours, right off the bat. Don't come looking for Nikita. You come for the dream. Nikita take care of business himself. But me being responsible and fucking like I am, I'm telling you, Daddy, if you want some, I'm out here, Ivan. You bring that big, ugly monster out here, and the American Dream gonna rip his nose off, live and in color, Jack.
The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. We're ready with action. Let's go to the ring.
There they are, the World Tag Team Champions. Ravishing Rick Rude, the man that's built like a Greek god, the Raging Bull, and their manager, Paul Jones. Discussing the strategy. Hey, Tony, what about Dusty? What he said, hey, you guys come after me.
Directing right, of course, to Petrov and Ivan Koloff especially.
King tried to go around him. Bull stops. He's got him. Good slam. Hip toss now. Comes up with a drop kick.
Now, what about Rocky King here? You know, there's a look at Fernandez. Fernandez and Rude are the World Tag Team Champions. But still, everybody thinks about the Rock and Roll Express and the Rock and Roll Express getting those title back.
Nice chop. The Bull and Rude are on top of the mountain right now. They're the World Tag Team Champions. Everyone, and I mean everyone, is going after them and that title. Watch Rude. Quick, hard suplex. Doesn't try to pin him, though. Catches him with a forearm. That's a legal blow. Here he goes now. Goes across. He clotheslined him. Takes his time, Tony. Look at him. He's in no hurry. They want to show what the World Tag Team Champions can do.
Well, and this is the time to show it, Nationwide TV.
Right here on the Superstation, WTBS. King catches him. Makes that tag. The Bill Tab. Bull starts away, though. Pounds on him. Tab, a big man, knocks him down on the mat.
Speaking of big men, you know, we talked about the Rock and Roll Express being a threat to the World Tag Team title because they are the former champions. But also some big men, the Road Warriors.
Oh.
They're here today, and you know they're thinking about getting those NWA World Tag Team titles.
The tag is made. Look at Rude. All right, really not trying to pin him there. See, he just sort of lays on him and says, all right, I can do it anytime I want to. I'm part of the World Tag Team Champions. Catches Tab right the side of the head, down the back of the neck.
Boy, great neck breaker that time.
Again, takes his time. What's he gonna do? Nah, he doesn't want to pin him yet. Calls for the knee. Rams the head into the knee. Here comes the Bull. There you see Paul Jones, the man that knows how to coach his team. He picks his shots. Knows exactly when. The call for the move. To destroy. They double team now. Whip him into that corner. What they gonna do? Double backbreaker.
And that was a big man. That's the only way they could do that, a double backbreaker. Now, David.
Rude awakening. Rick Rude sort of lounges on. Big bell tab for the pin.
Paul Jones and his World Tag Team Champion.
You know, Tony, week after week, you see my world champions defend their belts. But one thing, they have too much class to defend those belts on television and in front of a bunch of people that don't deserve to watch the world champion. Well, let me tell you something, Rock and Roll Express. We've given you every opportunity to regain those belts, and you can't cut it. You can't get the job done. All right, the Road Warriors. You want an opportunity, Road Warriors, the biggest men in professional wrestling. Well, you're going to have your opportunity because my champions are not closet champions. You bring it on. They'll be here with those belts. Shine.
That's right. You know, Shivani, the Road Warriors come out here and they talk real mean. As a matter of fact, they look real mean, don't they, Bull? But you know, talk is cheap and looks are only skin deep. So come on down, Road Warriors. Let's see what you got inside underneath all that custom exterior. What about it, Bull?
You know, Daddy, when the world comes around and nobody wants to hear it, nobody wants to deal with it, but it is the day. R&R is on the way, Daddy. It might be the new Express, but we don't call it. We are totally the awesome twosome, the ultimate ones coming all over the world. Because Road Warriors talk is cheap, Daddy, and we do what we say we do. You can come up here, huff and puff and blow somebody up. But baby, get in the square circle, and nobody does what the awesome twosome does. What double R's do is protect, and that's why we are the protection agency. And come anywhere around the world, whether it be Chiquita Banana, Dusty Rhodes, or Rock and Roll Express, we are here to deal with, and R&R is here to stay.
Paul Jones and the World Tag Team Champions back with more right after this timeout. where Barry Windham won half of the U.S. Tag Team Championship. You know, very recently on this program, you jumped in the ring with the Four Horsemen and you said, hey, I got what I deserve. But then a tag team match ensued and you jumped in the ring again, and this time a little bit of a different story.
Well, Tony, you know, I don't like to think of it as I jumped in on somebody's match. You know, what I did was just try to protect some friends of mine's interest. And by stepping in there, you know, Tim Horner was being injured, Dennis Brown was being injured. All I did was go in there. I'll tell you what, Ric Flair, right now, he's in on this, you know, with the Four Horsemen. And I'll tell you, he's trying to hurt somebody. I don't know if he's trying to draw me into it or what, but Ric Flair, I'm hot on your tail. And we have a piece of videotape that tells it all. You know, I don't have to say another word. It tells the whole story.
Okay, fans, let's take a look at that videotape right now.
Horsemen are here.
Look at this. Barry Windham.
Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard, and JJ are still at ringside.
They can't believe it.
He's got to watch out for him. David, look behind you.
Oh, my word. Dusty Rhodes. The Rock and Roll Express. Ricky Morton, Robert gets it. It's even now.
The sides are even, David. You're right. Dusty and the Rock and Roll Express have come out.
Look at Arson. Get him out. Get him out.
Nope. Nothing you can do about it.
There you see him. Dusty, Ricky, and Robert. On the other side, Tully, Arn, and JJ. Rick fires away. Chops him. Rams Barry stops him. Rams Rick into the turnbuckle. Fires away that midsection. He's up. He's up on that second rope. Looks around. Hard rights to the head. Now he takes him. Over! Arn catches Rick just in time. He would have hit the floor. Rick is down on it. He's out. Barry looks around.
Arn Anderson is claiming up on the ring that he was thrown over the top rope in this match, which was, I guess, David, under a verbal contract. Should be over, but it's not.
No, it's not. Barry has him. Picks him up. Suplex. He's got him. Looks around. Drops him. The World Heavyweight Champion's out. Knee right to the head. Barry goes down. Hooks him for the pin. Oh, Rick kicks out.
He's still kicked out, but still the world champion is as much trouble as I've ever seen him before right now. Windham, well prepared, and it's payback time for the Horsemen, but look, Flair still comes up with something.
The world champion, Tony, right now is just wrestling on pure instinct. Chops Barry. Chopped him down to the mat. Throws him out. Here he goes out after him.
This is where Dusty and the Rock and Roll Express are so important. Now the other Four Horsemen will stay their distance.
Oh, what a chop. The sides are even. This is a fight between Ric Flair and Barry Windham. Barry fires away. Oh, come right back. They're trading blows back and forth. Barry catches. Right again. Look at it. Oh, you're right there with him. You can see Barry. You can see the determination. He was the World Heavyweight Champion. Ric Flair is down. What's he gonna do? Barry looks around again and says, there's not much the referee told me I can do but count.
That's right.
Oh, knocks him over onto the floor.
Well, Dusty got thrown back in. David, this is turned into a lumberjack match. It's turned into a lumberjack match. When somebody goes out, he gets thrown back in just like a lumberjack match. Rick's choking. Now Barry goes back and starts to choke Rick. Elbow back on the neck. Snapmare by Ric Flair. Here he goes. Drops the knee to the head. Rick slow in getting up. He backs into the ropes again. Here he goes. He caught it. He caught the knee. Barry caught that knee. Has that leg. Hard right hand. Spins him around. Hooks him. Figure four. Tony's got it locked. Blanchard. He's livid. In the right of your screen. Flair's in a lot of pain. There's JJ. JJ. Look for the eyes. You saw it, David. I don't think anybody else on Barry Windham's side saw that. Drops him across the ropes. Tommy Young, his attention was distracted by Tully Blanchard during that little move right there. Flair is doing everything he can right now. Trying to hit him. There comes on. Side body block. Hands him down. Oh. So many times he's had him. So close to pinning him. Rick throws him out. Watch out for Iron Anderson. Ricky Martin comes around to protect him right against it. Oh, Tully. Iron. Stalemate on the floor. Shot by Rick. Rick goes up. Up on that top rope. Tosses him. Halfway across the ring. Now Barry, he goes up. He's poised. Oh! Drop kick off the top rope. Oh, Flair still got out of it. What a match, Tony. What a match this is. Rick spins him around. Switch now by Barry. Oh! There it is! That's his move! And that's he's got him hooked. They knew it. Now, everyone's in there. Tommy Young says that's it. The match is over. Look at Barry pounding away on Ric Flair. Dusty throws Iron out. Tully is thrown out. What can they do? Oh, what an event! They're trying to get back in. Barry hands it. Rick throws him over. Almost on top of us. They see Rick out on the floor. Darius looks around. There they are. Barry Windham, the winner.
You know, we got some kind of world champion right here. This guy, looking right here, screaming like I'm doing right now. Screaming all the time. He can't even hold a candle to what I got. Ric Flair, you better pay attention. There's a new world heavyweight champion right here. And you're looking at him face to face. Pay your dues, because paying time's coming.
Okay, fans, back now with the man, the world heavyweight champion, it's your boy Ric Flair. Only thing I can say, what we just saw was one great event.
Well, Tony Schiavone, first of all, you're showing me a great deal of intelligence by introducing that piece like that. That was a tremendous contest between two, well, actually, the greatest wrestler of all time and a young gentleman who, in my estimation, is one of the greats in our sport. But David Crockett, the last thing heard on that great piece of wrestling was you hollering out over the microphone and Barry Windham, the winner. Now, let me point something out to you. I'm walking out here today with this, and this is what being the winner is all about. So you see, Barry Windham, the bottom line is, everybody out there that knows anything about wrestling, whether you're a wrestler, football player, tennis, doctor, lawyer, you recognize the fact that they just saw a tremendous contest between the world champion and a guy that would like to be the world champion. And you, my little punk friend, are like 5 dozen other guys. Y'all want to be what I am and have been. Dusty Rhodes has been the world champion, but he's not the champion now. Nikita Koloff wants to be the world champion. And Barry Windham, now Jim Crockett is making you, giving you the opportunity to wrestle me. Brother, you have got to do that night in and night out. You've got to perform at a level that makes you the ultimate. You've got to achieve day in and day out. You think that it's a piece of cake wrestling Nikita Koloff one night, Dusty Rhodes the next, the Road Warriors, Wahoo, Garvin, huh? No, I'll tell you what that is. That is what we call a piece of work, to wrestle the best every day of your life. You see, making $3 million a year is only part of it. It's the glory, the notoriety. It's having all the women. And let me add this, in Jacksonville, Florida, Wednesday night, Nikita Koloff, you gotta walk that aisle. Because afterwards, at the Holiday Inn, I am personally holding auditions for the Space Mountain Nets.
The world champion, Ric Flair. Let's go to the ring.
In the ring, the Kansas Jayhawks against Alan West and Eddie Roberts. Tony, there is no other champion, the world heavyweight champion, Ric Flair. You have to admit what he said. Night after night, he wrestles the very best wrestlers in the world, and he is still the world heavyweight champion.
And it keeps getting better. The list of men. Barry Windham now. Lex Luger is here. They're all here.
Any man that holds that championship has a right to be cocky because he is the best, the very best.
Okay, you're talking about best, one of the top tag teams in the world today, right here, the Kansas Jayhawks.
Hey, Tony, when we talk about the best, coming up, I am going to have the pleasure of introducing you and the fans out there to Lex Luger. What a man he is. And I mean a man. Dutch Mantel. Quick suplex. Snaps the neck, hits the back. Drives a knee into him. Hard fist. Picks him up. In the ropes now.
Oh!
Telegraphed that move there, Tony.
Sure did, but Mantel is very, very quick. I'll tell you what, Jaggers can really put an elbow on you.
Nice backdrop. Again, on that back. Pounding away on it. Tag is made. Elbow top of the head.
David, you know, we've had a lot of phone calls about a certain item. We're talking about the Starrcade 86 video. We'll have more on that next week, but I'll let you know that the video is ready. And in the coming weeks, you'll find out how you can get your video tape of Starrcade 86, the Skywalker. Alan West to the wrong corner to be, David.
That he is, because here comes Jaggers. This is a rough team. Kansas Jayhawks. Snapmare takes him over. Backs up now. Measures him. Here he comes. Elbow right across the chest. Looks like the throat, too. Staying in that corner. Tagging in and out. Driving the knee into the spine. Comes off the ropes. Takes him over. Here he goes across. Tag is made. What's Jaggers gonna do? Elbow in the chest. Knocks him down the mat. Spins him around. Here goes. It's all one-sided. This team knows how to wrestle. Teamwork. That's why they're winners.
You're right. This team really does. And you know, we got that big event coming up in April, 2 days in Baltimore, the tag team tournament for the Jim Crockett Senior Memorial Cup. You can better believe the Jayhawks are going to be right in the thick of it. There it is, David.
That's right, Tony. You got to remember, in that tournament, it's invitation only. All right, ladies and gentlemen, a man that was voted Rookie of the Year. When they say the sophomore jinx would hit someone, it didn't hit him. He kept on. He continued to become one of the greatest wrestling stars ever. Ladies and gentlemen, Tony, it's a pleasure for me, on behalf of Jim Crockett Promotions, to introduce you to Lex Luger. Lex, good to see you.
Well, thank you very much. You know, all these allocates are true, but the big build-up really isn't necessary. Because of the fact that unless someone's had their head in the sand the last year and a half, Lex Luger has been plastered in every magazine cover, every poster, and there's a reason for that. Lex Luger is the total package. Physically, there's a lot of good, strong guys in sport professional wrestling. I've got that. I'm also intellectually a college graduate. I can do all that. And also, what I have to say is that I'm here for one reason. Because when I put out the word from Florida that I was leaving, promoters got down on their hands and knees and begged Lex Luger, please, Lex Luger, come wrestle for me. They blank checks. Jim Crockett Promotions, that's where the best wrestler is. To be the best, you gotta beat the best, and that's what I'm here for. And also, the financial aspects are here, and that's what I'm interested in. And because of that reason, there's an elite group. I do my homework, I've done my research. And this elite group is named the Horsemen, and that's what I'm gonna be. Thank you.
He said he was gonna be a horseman.
Right.
Okay, that was Lex Luger. Let's go to the ring. Dave, I don't know about you, but I didn't expect to hear that.
I didn't either.
All right, Barry Windham's in the ring.
Barry Windham, one half of the United States Tag Team Champions. A man that knows Lex, right?
Right. I mean, they wrestled in Florida together and knew each other, and well,
Apple. All right, let's watch Barry.
one thing I should say about Lex Luger, listen to him talk. He's got all his priorities in a row.
Hey, you know, like I said at first, this man is a superstar. One of the best. Barry now. Catches him. Snapmare. Takes Thunderfoot out.
David, you know, going back a couple of minutes ago, we saw one great event between two great athletes, Barry Windham.
Didn't we?
And you can't deny that Barry Windham is right up there in the contenders.
The world heavyweight champion, Ric Flair, even praised this young man, saying it was a great match. He was a great contender. Let's watch him now. one half the United States Tag Team Champions, Barry Windham, along with Ron Garvin.
The thing about wrestling Ric Flair and being successful against Flair, you have to be an athlete because he'll take you to the limit. And Ric Flair is a great athlete, and to stay in the ring with Ric Flair, to beat Ric Flair, it's a sign you're a great athlete also. And that's the market Barry Windham has.
Barry takes him, trying to has him up, driving the knee into the spine. Comes over, hard fist to the chest. Whips him in, here he comes. Caught him, comes over quickly, hooks the leg, and has him down for the pin. Barry Windham is your winner.
Okay.
I'm sorry, guys. I know I'm not supposed to be here right now, but I saw something that I want to talk about. I need to talk to Luger. He didn't want to be a horseman. I know that, his time's allotted for something else.
Right.
But Luger, hey, he didn't want to be a horseman.
Okay, we got to take a break. Fans, we'll be right back. Okay, fans, back with the World Championship Wrestling, the man with the money, James J. Dillon, and along with members of the Four Horsemen.
We saw a little situation earlier today involving the World Heavyweight Champion, Nature Boy Ric Flair, and Barry Windham that disturbed me a little bit. And once again, Dusty Rhodes was out there with a Rock and Roll Express around the ring to try and intimidate a few people. But you don't intimidate the Four Horsemen. And we're out here once again in the showing of unity. And everywhere you look around, you see championship belts, you see money. And I always feel real good when I look over my left shoulder and I see one of the pillars of professional wrestling. I'm talking, of course, about Ole Anderson.
Well, when you talk about people interfering, you mentioned one guy's name that hits me every time I think about wrestling. I'm talking about you, Rhodes. And you got another guy that's running around with you, interfering just a little bit more than he should, and I'm talking about Barry Windham. Sometimes we make a mistake when all four horsemen are together. We figure maybe you're going to go by the rules. But it doesn't happen that way. It seems funny. We're the ones that are always accused of breaking the rules. But as soon as we end up with 3 horsemen or 2 horsemen somewhere, somebody jumps in. And Windham, you made a big, big mistake. Jumping in on a Four Horsemen's business is going to cost you a nose, because we're going to cut that nose off right around your neck. I make a warning to you like I've made to some other people, and it's going to take a little bit of time, but we're going to get it done. And when we do, there's going to be 4 men and a manager, the Four Horsemen and James J. Dillon, that are going to be at the top of the wrestling heap. And Windham and Garvin and you especially, Rhodes, and all of your friends are going to be at the bottom of the heap looking at the kings of the hill, the Four Horsemen and James J. Dillon. Right here. Unity is what it's all about, and the Horsemen are here.
All right, the Four Horsemen with James J. Dillon. Let's go to the ring.
All right, in the ring now, Baron Von Raschke and Dick Murdoch against Randy Barber and Gary Royal.
Let's go. Get him, baby.
Captain Redneck starts out.
Tell you what, Murdoch and Raschke are 2 veterans, Dave.
That they are.
And they are capable of beating opponents many different ways.
Tony, you heard the Four Horsemen out here talking about these 4 men are going to go to the top of the heap. They're already champions. They've got the money, like they said, and the championships. And they're going to take every one of them when they get that chance.
All right, Raschke now with that arm. Here's a team that certainly would like a chance of getting those World Tag Team titles around their waist.
Tony, did you notice something? The Four Horsemen, there was no mention of Lex Luger in what he said.
Well, you're right. And
Let's go, referee. Get him out of the corner, referee.
as Murdoch applies that elbow to the head, You know, David, later on in the program, during the next hour, Lex Luger will be in action. And maybe we'll get them all together to talk about this.
Yeah, we'd like to, because he made this statement, and none of them said anything. All right, the tag is made. Look at Dick. He says, looks around. Tie up. Murdoch takes that arm. Captain Redneck. Drives him down. His partner, Baron von Raschke. Has him down on the mat. Still has that arm. All right, they come up now. The Baron. The man with the claw. Oh, Dick looks around. Should he? Should he? Oh. Well, he figures not. Be nice. So the Baron gets him. Not a choke. Legal hold. What's he gonna do now? Backs him in. Calls for the break. Clean break.
Okay.
Top wrist lock now. Has him on the mat. Coming up, the Road Warriors with Paul Ellering, the Legion of Doom, the Midnight Express with Jim Cornette,
The Big Red Machine, Vladimir Petrov. You know what he's here for. And that's Nikita, and then Lex Luger in action, and hopefully we'll be able to clarify some things that have been kind of fuzzy here.
Yeah. Also, you said they're after Nikita, but the thing is, Dusty right at the top of the program said, hey guys, come after me. You want to pick up the fight, it's on me. All right, the Baron now. He's carrying Royal, fist in the back. Drives the head into the knee. Here comes Dick. Picks him up now, has him. Good slam. Elbow, top of the head, looks around. Randy Barber comes in. There you see, Murdoch's got his fans.
Yeah, they love him. David, you know, we mentioned about the World Tag Team title. These two men is a great tag team, but there are some other titles, namely that World TV title and $10,000 that Dick Murdoch would like to get his hands on. He mentioned it right here on this program just last week.
Baron takes him, rams his head into the turnbuckle. Here he goes, whips it across. Up, backdrop. Here comes Dick, whips him. Elbow in the chest. Looks around. Oh, these fans are helping him out. Spurring him on. Up! Oh, he's got him high. Has him, looks around, drops him hard. Rolls over for the pin. There you see the winners. Baron von Raschke.
We told you they were here. Here they are. Animal Hawk, the Legion of Doom, the Road Warriors.
You know something, Tony Schiavone? I'm out here watching the interviews. I'm out there back watching the monitor, and I hear Rick Rude and Manny out here saying, looks are cheap, talk's cheap, and looks really skin deep. What do you got inside, Road Warriors? Well, I'll tell you what we got inside. We got hatred inside. We got revenge inside because punks like you have everything laid out for you on a silver platter. Everything comes easy to you guys. You don't know what it's like to get your butt kicked by 10, 12, 15 guys. So we said to ourselves, we're going to do something about it. So let me tell you two, R&R something. When we get done with you, you may not just be world champions anymore, but tonight, in Greensboro, our brother Dusty Rhodes and the Legion of Doom are gonna defend a world six-man championship, right, Hawk? Well, Tony Schiavone, I gotta go back to the term I've been using here lately. Slug. It's Slug City wherever me and Animal go. Rude Manny Fernandez, you talk a big talk. What are your credentials? What have you done? Who have you beat up? You sure ain't beat us up. You sure ain't ever gonna beat us up. You better hold on to them belts, polish them every day, and hope for the best. And hoping for the best for you is that you never have to get into the four corners of doom with the Legion of Doom. Because see, we're a little bit different than everybody. As you can plainly see, we're not out here talking about the things that other people are talking about. The bottom line to us is fighting. That's the bottom line. And the bottom line under that bottom line is winning the fights. And we win every fight we've ever been in. You talk about us like we got a challenge with you. Well, you're in for the biggest challenge of your life. You better wake up, boys. You better take a good look. Sure, if we want to eat Twinkies, we'll eat Twinkies. If I want to go out and slaughter a cow and eat it raw, I'll do that too, punk. You go out here and show your cute little abdominal muscles. They ain't gonna help you in the ring, punk. Cuts are for kids, bulk are for big boys. Tell 'em, Paul.
You know, Cock, you said it all. I've heard a lot of conversation out here, and it sounds like a dice game. It's a lot of crap. No, Tony, we're gonna go to La La Land this week. That's Los Angeles. We're coming there, and it's gonna be a happy time in La La Land. We're going to Jacksonville, Florida. The LOD is gonna fly on their express, and we're gonna have a big party because the LOD knows how to have a good time. So all you big boys out there that are signing the contracts, and all you sluggos and sluggettes that think they can sign a contract and back it up, think about it. Let's go.
The Legion of Doom and Friction's Paul ordering fans more right after this timeout. Okay, fans, back with you once again on World Championship Wrestling.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present the Bunkhouse Stampede Champion, the baddest man in the world, Big Bubba Rogers, and the greatest tag team of all time. Feast your eyes and fantasize on Loverboy Dennis and Beautiful Bobby, the Midnight Express.
All right, you see him right there. Jim Cornette, the Midnight Express, and Big Bubba.
I can't believe how good I look today, Tony. You see that on the monitor? All right.
Yeah, it's almost like Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Yeah, it's hard to believe I'm this good looking. Look at my man right here, Loverboy Dennis. Bad boy. What you got? Hope he won't run out the back with those things, will he?
No, I don't think he will, Jim.
Expensive stuff, you know, custom made. Loverboy Dennis, Beautiful Bobby, the Midnight Express, Big Bubba Rogers, and the greatest.
And we got to take a break. And we'll be back with more of this match right after this timeout. Don't you go away.
All right, we're back, you see. Beautiful Bobby. Now Dennis comes in. Drives the knee. Tagging Big Bubba. Comes across. Oh, I don't believe him. I don't blame him for backing up. Look at him.
That guy's a big chicken, man, but look at Big Bubba.
That was like a flea on a dog.
Gibraltar. The Rocket, you know, I heard the Road Warriors, they were out here talking about how they eat steaks, how they eat cows. Well, let me tell you something. When Big Bubba Rogers goes to a steak restaurant, he just says, knock the horns off of it and bring it out to me on a leash, baby.
Oh, my goodness.
Anybody got a stretcher? We got a Big Bubba Rogers carry-out service going on right here. Talking about the Road Warriors, let me tell you one thing about them right now. The night of the Skywalkers is still yet to fall on major cities all across the country. We're coming to Los Angeles, and believe me, there's a lot of weird people in Los Angeles, California, and they've seen a lot of weird things, but they have never seen anything as weird as a scaffold match. 25 feet in the air, 4 guys that hate each other's guts are going to have a fight. And believe me, if the Road Warriors are wearing them spikes I saw them out here with earlier, then they're going to stick in that concrete so far, you're going to have to pry them out with a crowbar, brother. Look at this guy, Tommy Angel, how I love him. Look at Tommy Angel. He's going to live up to his name in a minute. He gets dropped just the right way, just like them Road Warriors.
David, coming up in our second hour, in action, Lex Luger. And we certainly are looking forward to that.
And maybe we can get some questions answered.
Hopefully.
Listen to these people calling me a sissy. Can you believe that, Tony Schiavone? I'm the picture of masculinity. I'm the most macho man in the world. How can they call me a sissy? I don't understand it. What are you smiling at, David? I got something for you later on. Look at this. Look at the greatest 6-man team in professional wrestling. And talking about sixes, you know I love sixes. Talking about sixes. You got it, Bobby. It's for you, David. It's for you, David. Pay attention, boy. What's the matter with you? Talking about 6-man tags. All the people all across the country still got time to hop on a plane, get in a car, get in a boat, get on their bicycle, get down to that Coliseum in Greensboro tonight and watch the world 6-man title change hands, because the Road Warriors at Dusty Rhodes, they've been keeping that trophy hid under the bed over at Dusty's Mama's over in Austin, Texas. Well, the time has come for that thing to go to the rightful champions, the greatest 6-man combination in wrestling, and that's just not. What do you want to say, David? You want to spit something out or what? You stand there, what are your lips are moving around so funny.
All right, this team is certainly, no doubt about it, one of the top contenders, if not the top contenders, for the World 6-Man Championship.
They only have one drawback, and that's Jim Cornette.
Wait a minute, the boy got, whoa!
Oh, what a move!
350 pounds up in the air, brother. He can do it from the ground, he can do it from the air, and now you're looking at the masters of the double team, the masters of teamwork, the greatest tag team in wrestling. Loverboy Dennis and Beautiful Bobby, the Midnight Express, stand up for what is known as the rocket launcher, and brother, NASA don't do it this good, I'll tell you that. Woo!
That's awesome.
They are good.
And they could pin the man right now. You've done this many times, and what's the reason?
Pin him.
Oh, you've given the order.
I told him to pin him. Yeah, there we go. Switch back. Yeah, that was about a 4 count. It don't make any difference. Let me tell you something. Beautiful Bobby has a license from Cape Canaveral, brother, because he flies that high. Come on, boy. You know, it amazes me, it astounds me how when you're the greatest thing that anybody's ever seen, like my men are, how people are jealous of you, how they try to get together and plot and conspire against you, just like Dusty Rhodes. He wanted to be the Bunkhouse Stampede champion. So when Big Bubba won that thing rightfully, he went, shut up, he went to Jimmy Crockett's office and he said, listen here, I wanted to be the Bunkhouse champion. And Jimmy Crockett said, well, you know something? It is going to wee me off if I have to give them boys that $100,000. So I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll give you another chance at it, Dusty. We'll have a bunkhouse off. Single match between you and Bubba, give you one more chance. And then the United States Tag Team Champions, Ronnie Garvin and Barry Windham, they came in and Ronnie Garvin said, well, listen, Jimmy, you know, you can't give that Midnight Express no more shots at that U.S. Tag Team title, because the last time right there on TV, I was a beaten man. If the bell hadn't rung and saved me, they'd be the U.S. Tag Team Champions. And Jimmy Crockett sat there and he thought, well, if Cornette's men had the U.S. Tag Team title, and every time I went into Jimmy Crockett's office and he's sitting behind that big mahogany desk and he's pushing that pencil around saying, you go here and you wrestle him, I'd say, listen, Tightwad Crockett, you better come up off some more money or you ain't going to have the U.S. champion. So he said, sure, Ronnie. He said, they won't get no more title shots. They won't get no more title shots because I don't want them to be the champions. Everybody's in a plot, conspiring. Well, Garvin, we're going to corner you and we're going to have those belts. And Ronnie Garvin, just because you've been the instigator of all this, we're going to take you out, boy. We're going to finish you off completely. And Dusty Rhodes, February the 27th is the date. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania is the place in the steel cage. $100,000 in the Bronze Boot Bunkhouse Championship, you and Big Bubba, one-on-one. And the only way to win is to take your opponent and throw him out of that cage, whether it be through the door, over the top, or maybe right through the wire. And I want to ask you, Dusty Rhodes, have you ever seen a tomato thrown through a screen door? That's exactly what you're going to look like, brother, because I'll promise you this. Big Bubba Rogers is more of a man than you are. Big Bubba Rogers is better than you are. Big Bubba Rogers is stronger than you are. And you say 1987 is going to be your funky like a monkey tour. Well, let me tell you something, Dusty Rhodes, and you listen to me real good. Just because your breath smells like cheetahs ain't no sign you Tarzan, boy.
Whoa. We'll be back right after this timeout.
Let's just shut up.
Okay, we're back with you on World Championship Wrestling, and years ago in the Soviet Union, two men, Nikita Koloff, Vladimir Petrov, great competitors against each other, and it's obvious why this man is here.
You know, it is very clear to Vladimir and myself, and I'm sure the whole wrestling world, that why Nikita has become an American. Not only soft in body and in mind, but in heart. The two men responsible for this, the two American men, is you, Dusty Rhodes, great American dream, and the respect for this Magnum TA. That is why, Nikita, it is easy now to distinguish you. You are the man walking around with big yellow streak down your back. You have failed to answer the challenge to meet Vladimir one-on-one. But we know we're going to press the issue. You hear, Nikita? You think the world of this Dusty Rhodes. He has taught you a lot of freedom in this America. You like your new lifestyle. Well, now, we're going to go out. Vladimir is going to go out and injure this American dream, Dusty Rhodes. This way, you'll be forced into the ring, out of embarrassment. Nikita, so you watch real close, Dusty Rhodes. You've been hurt a lot over the past year. The Four Horsemen injuring you. Well, you look good with brace around your neck after Vladimir injures your neck with flying hammer off a rope. Okay, you watch close too, Nikita, what is going to happen to this opponent of Vladimir. What does Vladimir?
Okay, Ivan Koloff sending Petrov to the ring. There they go, and let's go to the ring with him. David, that's a big man.
That he is. Vladimir Petrov. And he starts right away. The pound on the neck. Takes him, whips him across, picks him up, backbreaker. And he is not nice about it. Again, suplex. Doesn't stop. You hear Ivan shouting instructions. The commander gets ready. Russian hammer. Drives him down into the mat for the pin.
The flying Russian hammer, Petrov. Okay, Zane Smith is still down in the ring, not really moving at all.
For a long time, just like Dusty Rhodes. We have put our sights on this Dusty Rhodes American dream, like I have said before, simply because Nikita is now afraid. He's been afraid for a long time, ever since he has heard of Vladimir coming back into the area. And Vladimir is here for one reason and one reason only, Nikita, and that is to get revenge against you for what you have done to us and our country. Disgrace, humiliation. Now you are going to feel this, Nikita and Dusty Rhodes, great American dream. As you can see, this opponent that Vladimir just put down on mat that is being helped under the ring. You're going to witness and you're going to feel this yourself, Dusty Rhodes. So take this as a warning right now. Any of your friends also. Every time we step into the ring, the opponent that Vladimir faces is going to be carried out. And it doesn't matter how long it takes, Nikita. There's going to be a time you're going to have to get in the ring and meet Vladimir one-on-one. But you're going to have to go down and visit your friend, Dusty Rhodes, alongside of Magnum TA in hospital.
Fans, when we come back, our first look at Lex Luger in action. Don't you dare go away. Okay, fans, back at ringside. Now Lex Luger will be in action in just a minute, and James J. Dillon is out here by himself.
Well, you know, last hour I heard the comments by Lex Luger, and of course the Four Horsemen had an interview scheduled, and we had some important things to talk about. And after we walk off, you very slyly made a comment that nothing was said about Lex Luger, and I think that the picture should be cleared up a little bit. But I think what a lot of people fail to realize is that the true people that dominate professional wrestling are the Four Horsemen. Now, granted, the Superpowers, Dusty Rhodes, Nikita Koloff have a tremendous amount of fan support. They got a lot of friends around them that the fans are cheering for. But the real nucleus of professional wrestling, the real backbone, is the Four Horsemen. World Heavyweight Champion Ric Flair is the epitome of our sport. And standing right next to him is the World Television Champion Tully Blanchard. And when we negotiate contracts, if one wants something bad enough, we may use the other as a lever to get what we want. And the fact that the Minnesota Wrecking Crew are standing right there beside us, anytime an open contract comes up for the U.S. Tag Team Champions or whatever, Mr. Crockett and some of his people, fellow promoters, got to be horrified when I stick a contract under there for the Andersons. Now, I get 50, 100, 200 calls a week from people saying, hey, I want to be a horseman. Well, I don't have time. We don't really consider expanding at this point. But I do have to admit that I was a little bit flattered when someone of the caliber of Lex Luger would come out here on national champion. And I have to admit I was a little surprised and say that he's coming here with a goal in mind of being a horseman. Hey, here's a guy that went to the University of Miami, played pro football 7 years with the Green Bay Packers, a tremendous athlete. And in all honesty, I want to come out here and get a little bit closer look at him.
All right, let's take a look at him in the ring.
And ladies and gentlemen, there you have him, Lex Luger. And now you see
that's a man.
He is. A superstar.
Huh. You got to be impressed by that. You had to be impressed by when he took off his robe.
Well, he said he did his homework when he mentioned the Four Horsemen, so obviously he does have a very high intellectual level, knowing that he's a college graduate. And I read the periodicals, and he's been on the cover of virtually every major wrestling magazine. And you pointed out yourself, the guy was Rookie of the Year his first year. A lot of great wrestlers have had a tremendous first year, and then a few people learn how to capitalize on their weaknesses. The sophomore jinx settles. That didn't happen. The momentum has just continued on and on. He's held major championships. Kind of isolated his activities maybe a little bit to the tip of the Southeast. And now he realizes to really truly make a name for himself, he's going to have to branch out. Again, showing some intelligence by coming to the NWA and Jim Crockett Promotions. And when he mentions the Four Horsemen, like I said, I'm flattered. And he does have a magnificent, magnificent physique.
Magnificent is right.
Good power slam. Lex Luger holds him down. Nope.
Uh-oh.
Picks him up.
I guess this is all part of being a horseman or wanting to be a horseman.
Look at the backbreaker.
Takes a tremendous amount of power to do what he just did.
Oh, my.
Tony, what do you think?
David, that was as impressive of a first match on World Championship Wrestling that I've ever seen. Okay, David, let's bring in Lex Luger right now. There's no doubt about it. Congratulations, an impressive win as I've ever seen, first time in.
Well, thank you very much. You know, it's like I said before, the total package, the physical, the intellectual endowments, the background, professional football. I'm here for titles. I'm here for money. And like I said, the Horseman's where it's at. I've done my homework.
Well,
That's all the research I've done. I looked up every wrestler, their financial background, what they've earned, and they're on top. That's where I want to be.
Okay, Barry, here's Barry Windham.
You know, hey, you know, I've been listening to you. You don't want to be one of these horsemen. I'm telling you, you don't know the things that they've done. They've done to Dusty. they've done to me, they do to all these guys out here.
Maybe we
It's
go back
not
a
what
long
you wanna
ways.
do.
We're both about friend and foe. I'm sure we'd rather be friends, but this is business. You know what I do? You've been in my home. We spend time together. I retired from professional football early. Now I'm going to retire from wrestling early. Make the money. Make the big score while you can.
You don't want to be a horseman. You don't want to be.
I'll tell you,
no
Barry.
talking to you right now. I'm sorry. There's no talking to you right now.
Lex Luger is the single biggest attraction in professional sports today, and he's going to be a horseman. Mark my words.
Okay, fans, back with more right after this timeout.
All right, back with White Lightning, Tim Horner, and Thunderfoot #1. There you see Tim Horner getting ready to take on Thunderfoot. A very aggressive young man. Speaking of aggressive, Tony, what about Lex Luger and Barry Windham? Lex basically said, hey,
We're good friends, and we've done a lot together, but hey, this is business.
and money. I don't know.
David, the thing about him, his presence. As soon as he walked to the ring, you knew this guy was something else. And then when he took off his robe, you said, yeah, he really is. And then the way he destroyed his opponent. Wow. Now, we've seen Tim Horner many times here, and every time we're more and more impressed because he's another young, outstanding athlete.
Yeah, he is. Good move. Fast, quick. Thunderfoot losing control. Goes straight out of the ring. Tim realizes he's got momentum on his side. He knows exactly what he wants to do. Referee Tom Young still counts. There you see Tim concentrating. Bring out his next move. Foot goes around. Tim takes the arm, comes up. But makes it to the ropes. Telling you, you're talking about Lex Luger. You watched him when he entered. The women sort of breathless. The men sort of sank down in their seats. It's going to be interesting. Tim has that arm bar. White Lightning, Tim Horner. One of the best. Right here on World Championship Wrestling and the Superstation, WTBS. Across. Tim ducks under. Picks him up. Good hard slam. Foot back's in that corner. Tim out there in the middle. Waiting. Here he goes. Ties up now. Headlock, squeezing tight. Tighter and tighter. Takes him, rolls him up. Foot's got him. Thunderfoot has him. Just have the trunks. Now Thunderfoot has a headlock. Tim, now he comes out from under it. Just about pulls the hair. Thunderfoot pulls the hair, takes him down the mat. Referee asking him. Coming up in the program, we have gorgeous Jimmy Garvin. He'll be with us. Also, Nikita and the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Hard on the mat. Tim Horner slowly but surely trying to get up. Thunderfoot drives the foot into the back. World Television Champion Tully Blanchard will defend his title.
That is right. And right now, Thunderfoot, pretty good rally right there, but watch Horner. He's got the endurance, David, and that's what you need.
That's right. Here he goes across. Whips him in. Elbow in the chest. Tim staying with him. Picks him up. Good slam. Has him. Switch now by Thunderfoot. Drives the elbow into him. Here he goes across. Switch now by Thunderfoot again. Tim goes up, side body block, takes him down, hooks that leg. Thunderfoot kicks out of it though. Catches him right in the midsection. Hard fist to the head. Takes him across. Tim jumps over him. Spins back.
Oh, great move.
Oh, good. Yeah, rolls him up. Watch it. Rolls him up. Has him. Bridge back. Has him. Down for the pin. White Lightning is his nickname, and you can see why. Tim Horner. Very impressive win by this young man.
Fans, it's always my pleasure to bring in this man right here, Jimmy, the Boogie Woogie Man Baggett.
Woo, man, the Boogie Man feels good today, Tony. You know, see all my people, all my brothers, sisters, and all the fans out there in TV land, and all the fans right there at the super station. You know, Tony, if it wasn't for the fans, the Boogie Man wouldn't be here. You know, I love people, and I love my fans. If I seen a person walking on the other side of the street and they said, hey, Boogie, I would walk across the street just to shake their hands and sit down and have some supper. And you know, Tony, I love you too. In fact, Tony, I want to present you with a little presentation. I want to give you, Tony Savanto, the key to my city, the key to the Boogie City, New York City, the Big Apple, the Big Light, and here it is. Wait a minute, that's the wrong key. That's my house key, Jack.
I'm sorry.
I want to tell you one thing, Tony. You know, the Boogie Man's laying in the weeds right now, but the Boogie Man's ready. And people, if you see the Boogie Man in your city, come out and support your Boogie Man, because God knows I love you all. Woo, all right.
All right, let's go back to the ring. Don't do this, Jimmy. Go back to the ring, please.
Sharp dressed man, that he is. Gorgeous Jimmy Garvin and Precious. You look at the glitter, but he's got the moves. Gorgeous Jimmy and his lady Precious.
And in her eyes, he could do no wrong. And many, many times in the ring, he's done no wrong, because that man has had a great number of victories since coming to World Championship Wrestling.
What a man, gorgeous Jimmy Garvin. And what a woman, Precious.
All right, Bill Mulkey. And Gorgeous wanted him just to fight just to show everybody he could knock him down again. And again. A right hand, solid right hand to the head. Now having Precious say something to Bill Mulkey. Humiliation right here on Nationwide TV.
I'm gonna throw him right out the ear and you tell him what a bum he is.
All right, he said he's going to throw him right outside to Precious. There she is.
She is talking to him. Boy, she is nagging him. Look at her go on it.
A lot has gone on here today, David. We've talked to a lot of people. Coming up, still later on in the program, we'll talk with the Superpowers, Dusty Rhodes, Nikita Koloff.
Look, baby. No.
I don't want to bet him right there.
He's not finished with him. Or just Jimmy.
All right, did he say Brainbuster right there?
I think he did.
Let's see.
Oh, he's got him in tight. Here he gets ready. Picks him up. Oh, yes. The Brainbuster. By gorgeous Jimmy Garvin. And Precious comes in to congratulate her man. All right, we're back with Brad Armstrong. He's going to take on Vernon Deaton. That's what this young man, Brad Armstrong, talking about. Quick. He is it. And coming out too, the Superpowers, Nikita Koloff, and the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Number one in professional wrestling, World Championship Wrestling, and the Superstation, TBS. Bringing the very best. And you've seen them. Just like Lex Luger said, he looked everywhere. And he decided to come here because the very best wrestlers are here. This is it. World Championship Wrestling. Besides the Superpowers, Nikita Koloff and Dusty Rhodes, the World Heavyweight Champion, Ric Flair will be with us. And then the World Television Champion, Tully Blanchard, will defend his title. So there's more to come. Brad takes that arm, twisting it. Deaton now switches. Brad comes right back. Again. And catches him with a forearm. Legal blow. Side of the head. Snap mare. Takes him over. Driving the cross into the chest. Rolls him over. Subtle lays on him.
But notice before Deaton can get up, Brad will grab him again and take him back down. That's an offensive wrestler right there, David.
Yes. Ties him up. Hooks a leg. Now he's showing his amateur wrestling background. Hooks him. Controls him. Deaton trying to figure out. Can he get out of it? Brad turns him around. Controlling him the whole time. The only thing Deaton can do is look for the ropes.
That's right. But Brad will beat him up a little bit more now because of that. What a high drop kick that was.
Deaton now still trying to stay near the ropes. He knows he's in trouble. He knows he's in there with a stick of dynamite. Brad Armstrong. And Brad is going to put him to rest.
What a great wrestler, and what a great athlete. Okay, fans, here they are, the Superpowers. And not too long ago, some very threatening words from Ivan Koloff, not only directed to you, but also to everybody until they get you in the ring, Nikita.
You know, I have a couple of things I want to talk about first. USA Tiger. Many wrestlers come out and they say, because Nikita going after this Ric Flair, he forget to defend it. Anytime Tully Blanchard, Arn Anderson, maybe this new guy who want to be a horseman, this Luger is right here. Ric Flair, tonight in Greenboro, I got the one thing to say to you. Nikita Koloff is going to make wrestling history. Now, Vladimir Petrov, Ivan Koloff, you come out and you say many, many things. You see this t-shirt here? This was gifted from a Road Warrior. But it's a warning to you, Ivan Koloff, and you tell Vladimir Petrov, I don't like what you say about the Magnum TA. I don't like what you say about American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. You want to hurt somebody? Maybe you're going to try and hurt the Road Warrior. Force Nikita to come out. Well, take a look right here. I'm right here, Ivan Koloff, Vladimir Petrov. I am right here. I am afraid of no man. You come out. I'm right here. Ivan Koloff, Baruski Zabaka. You tell Vladimir Petrov this. Go for it.
Nikita Koloff.
Hey, he makes no, you know, we get sick and tired of coming out here and listening to what's going on. And you know, it turns my stomach. Lex Luger, the great athlete that you are, coming out here wanting to be a horseman. You better check what the horseman's done. You better check something else, Daddy. For 10 years, 230 magazine covers, the American Dream was on. Only because he's news, he's money, he's big time. So if you're coming for the big time, Petrov, Luger, the Four Horsemen, you damn sure gonna get it here, Daddy.
All right, fans, don't you dare go away. Back here once again with a man it all evolves around right here, Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Never let it be said that I'm not a generous person. I'm going to give about 10 of these kids over there one of these lizard shoes so they can all sleep in it, because I'm sure it's a lot better than what they're living in now. So you kids keep your mouth shut when the world champion's out here. Now, you know, Tony Schiavone, come on in here, David. We got a major problem. We got Dusty Rhodes out here, who's been on 230 magazine covers. We got the great Lex Luger. And when I say great, brother, put an exclamation point alongside that, underline it, who's the top attraction in wrestling, according to him, wants to be a horseman. Well, that's great. Luger, I know you. I know your reputation. I know your skills. And brother, you are an action-packed dynamo. You're one of the greats. And I'm sure that if Jim Dillon decides to make you a member of the most elite and most prestigious force in wrestling, then brother, you'll be there. That remains to be seen. Right now, we're talking about Ric Flair, the World Heavyweight Champion. We're talking about Tully Blanchard, the World TV Champion. And you see, Dusty Rhodes, for all your notoriety, for all your fame, all your fortune, for Nikita Koloff, for everything you got going for you, for the Road Warriors, everything they've got going for them, they don't have any championship belts. They don't have this to hold in their hand when they walk out here. So you see, I can understand why a guy like Luger, who walked out here, brother, and I'm gonna tell you, he was slick. He was custom made. He's the kind of animal that goes places in our sport. I guess he'd rather wear a suit than a headband. He'd rather ride around in a limousine than wear a T-shirt that said Weasel Slap on it. In other words, Luger, you'd rather be custom made from head to toe. You'd rather be a kiss-stealing, wheeling-dealing, limousine-riding, jet-flying son of a gun like the Horsemen. You'd like to be one of the elite. Well, let me tell you how it goes. Jacksonville, Florida. Wednesday night. Odessa, Texas. Los Angeles, St. Louis. Asheville, North Carolina. Ladies and gentlemen, when the Horsemen are there, the best, the very best will be before your eyes. And if you got what it takes, girls, when all the smoke clears, come and get some of it, because we're looking for Space Mountain.
Let's go to the ring.
Again, there is no other. And there is nothing like that. $10,000. J.J. Dillon and company.
Okay, and that Tully's telling Randy Mulkey right now that's all his. The belt, the $10,000 if Randy Mulkey can win. Randy Mulkey.
He's trying. He's trying. For how long? I think he ticked Tully off.
David, there's Flair in the left of your screen. Arn Anderson also, there he is, along with JJ. The Horsemen are together. Oh, what a drop kick.
Oh, and he struts his stuff. Watch Tully now.
Oh. No doubt about it, the Horsemen all together. Sign of unity right here.
Tully Blanchard, because all the Horsemen are out there. Wait a minute.
There's an example of a guy that couldn't be a horseman, but could probably be one of the superpowers, right?
That was from the world champion Ric Flair.
They're all cranked up.
That's what it's like to not be a horseman.
Ladies and gentlemen, what we want you to do is just listen. Listen to Ric Flair, Arn Anderson shouting to Tully, and Tully back to them. Just listen to this.
You can't be a horseman.
He could be a superpower, though, right?
Tell you what, the Horsemen are show of force right here, are feeling good.
They're prancing. Proud.
And you know, David,
what they are.
To have a guy the caliber of Lex Luger come out here and say, want to be a horseman, really has to make them feel good.
Oh, yes.
So you know they're feeling good today.
They say they're the epitome of wrestling. The Four Horsemen. Slingshot suplex by the world television champion. And he wins and holds on to that championship and the $10,000. Arn comes out to congratulate.
All right, here we are. Arn Anderson, Ric Flair, Tully Blanchard, James J. Dillon.
You know, Tony Giovanni, there are several truths where the world of professional wrestling are concerned is. There is one truth. That is, you have Dusty Rhodes, his stooge, Nikita Koloff, Ronnie Garvin, Barry Windham, Wahoo McDaniels, Rock and Roll Express. You have them all over here. They claim to be the best. Then you have the Four Horsemen and the Midnight Express. Ivan Koloff, Petrov on this side. They all claim to be the best. But the bottom line is the whole scheme of professional sports is based on one thing. That's called human error. If we're all the best and they're all the best,
then there could never be a winner. So how we differentiate with Dusty Rhodes, Nikita Koloff, is we're not 4 or 5 egos pulling apart. We're one unit. We're the Four Horsemen. We train together. We party together. We wrestle together. We do everything as one unit. And what you just saw right there was Tully Blanchard displaying just one segment of our technique. You look at myself, you look at The Rock, you look at our mainstay, the World Heavyweight Champion, the brains. We are the elite. And it's no wonder that Lex Luger wants to be one, Dusty Rhodes. So don't scratch your head and wonder. He just made the best choice possible.
You know, Tony Schiavone, the one thing that you have to listen to is the Horsemen do this and they've done that. But you know, nobody can beat Flair. Nobody can beat me. Nobody can beat Arn. But you know, when the Horsemen get attacked from behind, we can attack from behind better than anybody. We can do the lowest things better than anybody. But we can also look across that ring, eyeball to eyeball, and do wrestling, just what it says on the marquee. Wrestling better than anybody. That's why we can stand up here and brag and talk about the trophies, because we got them. We got the women, the money, the limos. We got it all. And that's what it's all about. We got it all. That's why we're the Horsemen. Hey, let's see Barry Windham fill these.
And we'll see you next week.